A is for alignment. And that's what I was saying, that the idea of lengthening your spine. But in order to do that, we need to trust that we have a skeleton inside of us that can take our weight. So the first thing we need to do is really feel that weight underneath our sits bones, what we call sits bones, underneath the pelvis. There's two little pieces of bones there that you could feel. So I'm asking you to just see if you can find them. And then if you can you move over them forward? And can you feel yourself moving your weight back? So the idea is, can you sense yourself when you shift your weight? Forward and back. And can you be breathing while you're doing that, which is one of the things that we like to think about as a biofeedback system. Then, can you shift your weight to one side or the other? Can you feel those bones? Can you feel one getting lighter when you shift your weight over to that side? Can you actually feel differences? That's what we're looking for. And then can you come forward and back? Now, part of this alignment area for your torso means that your legs have to be free inside those sockets. Because if they're tight, they're going to tighten all in here, and it's going to be harder to find space between each of your vertebrae. So now, nice and easily, I'm coming back towards the center, and I'm going to ask you to just look over one shoulder, and not too much. That's not what we do. We don't do too much. We just look over and see what's comfortable and find a spot on the wall. And then we look over to the other side and we see what's comfortable and we find a spot on that wall. Then we're going to just play with this shoulder. So here's a shoulder, it has a clavicle to it. It's attached to your sternum, and it can move up and it can move down. It can move back or it can move forward. And just start to feel how that shoulder blade could move and float. The shoulder blade in the back floats along your ribs in the back. So often you just do shoulders and you do it without attention. So when we're talking about A, we're talking about alignment and we're talking about moving with attention to help us recreate that natural alignment. So A now. If your arm is resting on your thigh, how does it feel? Does it feel a little bit different than the other? You might not have words to it, but it might feel a little bit, kinesthetically feel a little bit different. And again, that's what we're looking for. Now, after you've done that, look over that shoulder. Does that feel easier? Again, if this is new to you to feel differences, maybe not. But ultimately, you might be able to see that it's a little bit easier for me. So let's do the other shoulder. Plus, I hadn't asked you to notice that before. So now we're just noticing this is the process of moving bones inside your soft tissue to find ways to have them be light and easy in their movement and to allow those muscles to quiet, to allow the movement to happen. Otherwise, you're holding it, right? So if you allow movement to happen and you don't just jerk it, it starts to let go. Your brain is smart. It doesn't need to be told too much, but it needs to experience. So now how does that arm feel? Does that feel different than a few minutes ago? And now look over that shoulder. Does it feel different? I'm not using any more effort. I'm not straining anymore. It just feels different. Movement with attention helps us create that alignment for A. A is awareness, alignment, attention.